What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. As we are slowly approaching the last few days of this month, it is time for us to check out another episode of top 10 brand new free-to-play games that you can play right now during the month of June. This is hands down the best month we had so far in terms of free-to-play game releases, and in this video we got not only 10, total of 15 different awesome brand new games that you can play right now for completely free-to-play, and you can simply go ahead and download all of them on Steam. So I don't want to waste any more time because we got so many awesome free games to check out on our today's video. So sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. Alright, when I make a game list, I usually try to avoid these prologue versions, but honestly this game looks really cool and definitely worth mentioning, and that is the Taxi Rush Prologue. And this is extremely fun looking open world driving game where you simply hop on a seat as a taxi driver and your simple goal is to get your passengers where they need to be on time. And literally there is no rules in the city. You can avoid traffic, police, red lights, and you can go all crazy with it and absolutely have a fun time. And also if you don't like any of your customers, you can simply throw them out of your car. So even though it's like a prologue or demo version of a game, it's still extremely fun to play, and the full game is supposed to come out on the next one, so definitely stay tuned for that. Everybody knows about Knockout City. It was a pretty popular game and ultimately went free to play, but last year it got shut down. The official servers are completely gone, but the devs are back with a brand new patch. Now you can play the game on your own servers. You can host your own servers, invite your friends or random players to play the game, and the game is already back on Steam, which is really cool to see. So if you're a hardcore fan of Knockout City, you're gonna absolutely love this thing. Even if you're a beginner, you can definitely try the game out. It's extremely fun dodgeball fighting game with very unique and fun gameplay mechanics. I recommend you guys to try the game out right now. If you're someone who really enjoy playing action roguelike titles, our next game is hands down the game for you, and this is a brand new top-down roguelike action shooter called Outroad Fury. It's a completely single-player experience where you play as the character called Lena, and she is a metal singer. In this game you have to fight against hordes of various type of demons, and also you have to drive your van across 3 different regions of this toxic city in order to find different weapons, valuable resources, and ultimately destroy the gate of hell. So if you're into these type of top-down shooters, I'm sure you're gonna have a super fun time with the game. The game is still very new to the Steam, only having like 15 plus reviews, and the system requirements are overall quite acceptable. Wind Rider is an extremely cool looking gliding game with very simple gameplay mechanics but super fun at the same time. So as a player in this game, you have to navigate through dynamic endless map filled with randomly generated obstacles, offering you a brand new experience every time you jump into the game. And basically all the gameplay mechanics in this game are very easy to learn, and you simply have to perfect the movement and try to beat your own high score at every playthrough. Extremely fun game to play when you just want to have a quick and relaxing time. So if you're into these type of games, I would highly recommend you guys to try the game out. Moving on, next up we got a super awesome third-person action game called Shred Off. It's a brand new free-to-play third-person snowboarding / shooting game where you're performing stylish tricks in these Alaskan mountains while gunning down enemies with the awesome love range weapon that you have. It's not a multiplayer experience. You can completely enjoy the game offline single player, and just like our previous game, your simple goal is to get high scores with every playthrough, and also you can get higher in the leaderboard and compete with your friends. Extremely fun looking game with very unique gameplay mechanics. So if you're into these type of third-person shooters, this game is worth trying out. Alright, moving on at number 10, we got an awesome brand new free-to-play competitive platformer shooter from Ubisoft, and that is called Battle Core Arena. It's a very unique game where you compete in fast-paced PvP battles with responsive controls mixing shooting, platforming, mastering gravity, and overall team combination is absolutely the key to win this game. Once you get the hang of it, all the controls and the gameplay mechanics, the game become even more fun, and you can use your trusty weapons and different unique skills to eject all the opponents out of the arena. Right now the game offers you a few different type of 3v3 modes where you can play with your friends or completely solo, or you can join different free-for-all battles where last man standing simply win the game. Right now the game is available on Steam as well as on Ubisoft Connect on PC for completely free to play. Next up we got another awesome brand new action adventure platformer title called The Big Catch Tackle Box. The Big Catch is actually one of the most anticipated games on Steam that is going to come out in the future. We still don't have an exact release date, but this is actually our first taste of the game, kind of representing the opening hours and the prologue version of the game. But the game is actually extremely fun to play and relatively relatively long. It took you about 6 hours to complete. I would say that is pretty lengthy for a prologue title. The game overall has a great music, animations, level design, so if you're a fan of this type of 3D platformers, man, you're gonna have an absolutely amazing time with the game. And right now the game is having close to like 1000 reviews on Steam and they are very positive. Definitely worth giving it a try if you're into these type of 3D platformers. If you ever wondered how cool it is to race through an enchanting carnival with your friends, and this game literally gives you that experience, and it is called Festival. It's a really fun brand new free-to-play arcade racing game where you literally have to race through this beautiful, colorful, cartoonish carnival and at the same time try to knock down your opponents as you try to trigger different effects on the track that can actually use to your advantage. The game also lets you play with variety of game modes at different racing tracks. You can enjoy the game completely solo, single player, or you can invite a bunch of your friends and start playing split screen, make this game even more fun to play. Right now the game is having pretty positive reviews on Steam and the system requirements are also quite acceptable. Atan is another brand new free-to-play action adventure game which heavily focuses on the parkour and traversal mechanics and is actually quite fun to play. The game was actually developed by a set of university students as their university project that is very cool and very impressive, and your simple goal is to navigate through this massive colossal, and you have to use your different climbing skills together with your bow and anchor to journey through this massive giant, and along the way you will find different terrains, many different challenges where you have to pass through them while enjoying the all beautiful scenery and the level design of this game. And right now the game is having very positive reviews on Steam, so if you're into these type of games, it's a pretty cool game to try out. If you're someone who love playing racing / simulation style of games, I got a brand new game for you, and that is called Screwdrivers. It's a brand new free-to-play racing game that just got released onto the Steam while I'm making this video, and right now it's pretty popular, having close to like 2000 daily concurrent players. This racing game is heavily focused on crazy realistic physics and high-speed races, and on top of all that you can craft your own vehicle cleverly with combining different building blocks and mechanical parts, which is really cool in my opinion. By completing races you can unlock different parts, you can upgrade your ride, you can earn gold, and also you can challenge other friends online for a thrilling PvP multiplayer racing action. Definitely a fun racing game. I would highly recommend you guys to try the game out right now. Alright, next up we got a super awesome game for those who love to play horror titles, and this is a brand new indie title called Clap Clap. In this game you play as a character that is signed up for this house sitting job in this pretty weird little house which has a pretty clever automation system. That means when you simply clap twice on any of the room, the lights simply go on and off. So you are playing a horror game, meaning you know what happened when the light goes off. So definitely nothing good. I'm not gonna spoil anything. If you are a horror fan, this is hands down a must play game for you. And the game also got a pretty pixelated, blurry art style that kind of immerses you into this whole atmosphere. Definitely one of the coolest indie horror games that I've seen recently. And right now the game is having close to like 500 reviews and they are very positive on Steam. And also you don't have to have a powerful PC to play this game. Sicaria is a brand new, extremely cool looking stealth-based action game. Just released onto the Steam couple of days ago and you can play the game right now for completely free. It's a single-player, third-person stealth-based action game. Remind me a lot of the gameplay mechanics from the games like the Plague Tale series, and the game also set on this historical war era. In this game you play as an engineer who has a very unique mechanical hand, and the game is heavily emphasis on stealth-based infiltration as a primary gameplay mechanic, and you have to use the environment and different skills that you have to remain hidden, and the key is to always try to be undetected to avoid unnecessary deaths. Visually the game looks absolutely amazing with a lot of cool gameplay mechanics, so if you're into these type of third-person action games, it's definitely a fun free-to-play game to try out. Nightmare Kart is another brand new free-to-play Souls-like racing game that actually released a couple of weeks ago onto the Steam, but the game is extremely popular right now on Steam in terms of reviews, having close to like 4,000 and they're overwhelmingly positive. It's a very old-school horror theme, vehicular combat style of a game that actually has pretty fast-paced combat and 90s style classic gothic art style. And right now the game represents various type of game modes alongside 12 different vehicles with wielding powerful weapons, and you can use them at the right time to get a very significant advantage against other opponents. It's a very unique style of a racing game that you can enjoy completely solo, single player, or you can play with your friends on split screen. And also you don't have to have a powerful PC to play this game. You can definitely enjoy with a pretty potato system. If you're looking for an extremely fun co-op game to play with your friends, look no further than our next game, and it's a brand new title called Sneak Out. And as a player you have to enter this haunted castle and prepare to hunt, hide and prank your friends, and at the same time try to win this deadly game called hide and seek. week. It's an online multiplayer slash co-op game, meaning you need to have a bunch of friends to get the best out of this, and you can play with up to 6 of them online. And once you enter this haunted castle with your friends, one of you get randomly selected as the hunter, and the remaining players must hide and survive within the castle. And your job is to complete different tasks and avoid the hunter until the escape portals open. And as the hunter, you simply have to hunt all players down. And I gotta say, I absolutely love the art style and the top-down view of this game. And right now the game is very popular on Steam, having more than 2,000 plus daily concurrent players. So if you get a bunch of friends to play alongside with you, this game is highly recommended. Next up at number 1, we get one of the most popular free-to-play titles right now on Steam and recently got announced during the Summer Game Fest, and that is a brand new dungeon crawler called Dark and Darker. It's a hardcore fantasy dungeon PvP slash PvE first-person adventure game where you can build your own unique character and team up with your friends and explore these mysterious underground dark dungeons. And along the way you have to fight against tons of different enemies and various type of monsters, and at the same time try to avoid treasure hunters who try to take you down. I gotta be honest, this game is super popular right now. It's only available on PC. You can download the game on Steam as well as on Epic Game Store. And on Steam the game is having more than 50,000 daily concurrent players, which is absolutely insane, and also having more than 25,000 reviews, and they are mostly positive. So if you want to jump into the game right now, this is hands down the best time to do so, and overall system requirements are very much acceptable in 2024. Well, that's pretty much a wrap up today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found some awesome brand new free-to-play games to play right now during the month of June. And not like typical 10, we got total of 15 awesome games, and I'm sure the next month is going to be even more bigger for a free-to-play release, so definitely stay tuned. And also, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to go ahead and drop a like, subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I catch you guys soon in the next one. Stay safe.